Hello, Kazjim here, and it's time to revisit the end. So, why am I doing this? Well, two things. One, I've been meaning to set up a fully realized Enderman farm, not just, Ender Pearls like I have with those garden cloches, because they're not cutting it. That's all it comes down to. They're not cutting it. Those things do not grow that well. They're not meant to be your permanent source. And I also went out of the way and I enchanted this sentient sword from Blood Magic with a bunch of useful stuff, including Reaper 4, I did that a while ago, Mending, obviously, because I don't want it to break, Looting 3, for, well, more drops, and then Soul Stealer. And this Soul Stealer enchant works on most hostile mobs and basically gets me extra soul counts for my soul sword. So I was at 129. It doesn't seem to work on Enderman. That's disappointing. This is gonna take a while though. So I ended up just grabbing a soul and a soul vial, because clearly plan A wasn't working. Because for some reason the Soul Stealer enchant is not working today, and I'm not really sure why. I even restarted the server hard and nothing. So we're gonna work with this. So for this we're going to need water. Because right now I have my spawner set to witches. Let's see here. We're gonna need zombie head, 2 silicone, 2 solarium. Not too bad. Okay. And now we do this. Wow, this guy just eats power and takes so long. So while that's going, I'll go ahead and show you. One of the things I've tried is Slimy Generator, which, oh man, I've got surplus. I could probably run about, by my calculations, 4 of these at max power and still be generating more than enough slime just from my little slime spawner that I have in here. So I went ahead and added a Soul Shards spawn slimer down here. And that's been pretty fun. Occasionally I get just like random pieces of slime that end up here. My only guess is that a slime gets stuck in the wall, suffocates, and it has nowhere else to go but up. Best guess. Don't have that confirmed or anything. Alright, let's head back up here. And this is still running. See if we can give this a boost. Oh, enough experience. Well, we'll just have to solve that. Whee! There we go. Alright, we've got that now. Enderman. Let's go ahead and combine you. Yeah, there we go. Alright, and now I should be able to head down to my spawning chambers. And actually, alright. And now let's go ahead and set this to active with signal, just for fun. Is it gonna work? Okay, that's working. Now let's see what the power drain is like. It's probably pretty intense. I'd actually be able to counter that with the Nether Star generator active, but I don't want to do that unless I have to. For now, let's go ahead and heal up my sword, and I'll be back once I build up this Soul Shard just a bit more, because I want to get to tier 3 so that I can properly farm some Ender Pearls. And there we have it, after spending a very long time and having to go get a milkshake in the middle because I was just so deprived. That and picking up the wife is always a good idea here. I finally have my tier 3 Enderman shards. So now let's go ahead and I I should have another soul cage lying around. I actually do not. Okay, let's whip one up, shall we? Alright, so we don't need the one from Respawn. That would be bad. We need this one. Blasphemy! More blasphemy. Alright, and then I need this. I think I just made too many. Oh well. There we go. The old ways, and then let's go ahead and craft that up. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and add this where it's gonna go. Alright, so I think it's because they cannot spawn in this dimension for some reason. So I'm going to try and spawn them back in the overworld to confirm that it works. If it does, I'll either have to do something in the overworld or the end. Again, I just want to make a nice little consistent spawning mechanism. So, just as a road test, this is not the permanent spot. I'll just place you there. Need to wait about 20 seconds, I believe. Okay, it's working. So what's the problem with that dimensional doors dimension? That's interesting. Okay, we're gonna have to make something either in the overworld or in the end. Probably the end would make sense. Got a couple ideas for what I could do. Alright. So let's go ahead and grab some supplies. Alright, so I've gone ahead and, well, made a little bit of progress. I decided against putting it in the end. Firstly, because, I don't know, I just kind of wanted easier access. And secondly, because I kind of had this whole mob spawning, killing, prison thing going on under my base, and I kind of just want to continue that trend, because, you know, who doesn't like to kill mobs unmercifully? It's great. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then we're going to push this back just a wee bit more. Okay, so yeah, let's do it this way. Take you out. And then grab you. Oh, that's the opposite of what I wanted for Christmas. I need this one. There we go. Okay, and it's not the, I can't go too much higher there. That could end up very badly. Because if you know where I am, I'm right beneath my mob spawner. So, yeah, the Cursed Earth one nonetheless. So that could get really out of hand really fast if I'm not careful. Okay, so I'm 1, 2, 3, 4 in. 5, 6, 7, and wall. There we go. Alright, and then let's go ahead and just knock these out. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to go one further. Okay, but anyway, so the basic concept is I'm going to kill the Enderman, and then I'm going to take the Ender Pearls, and the first priority is going to be, hey, go into this generator, this Ender generator from Extra Utilities. And at that point, if that's full, go ahead and wander off elsewhere to the storage system. That's at least the concept that I'm going for. Whether or not it comes to fruition is another story entirely. Just gotta be careful to keep this stuff on me because I don't want it to get stuck somewhere and then like zip into my inventory when I least expect it. Do all this, and we'll close that in too, just for safety. Alright, more. Okay, this is filling out nicely. And it's exactly 3 high, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And actually, I'm not sure if lighting will affect this. Let me see real quick. Light level. It is affected by light level, but not too worried about that. Worse things have happened. Let's do this. Want that back. There we go. There's actually had a small infestation of baby chickens riding zombies, of all things. That was, well, quite terrifying if you want me to be perfectly honest. So I kind of want to avoid having those little 1-block gaps on accident, if I can help it, because that was just insanely terrifying. Because I was just down there and there were like 30 of them all stacked up, and man, those little guys can run fast. Like, I turned out not to need a projects chest for this, obviously. Alright, grab some more of these. We'll just pop these away. And then... there we go. Okay, while that's crafting up, let's go ahead and set up the killing system and the power. Now, the killer I'm using for it is the Draconic Evolution Mob Grinder. I have been staying fairly away from Draconic Evolution whenever I can, but for things like this, you really just need this grinder, because the grinder is phenomenal and it acts like a player, unlike most grinders in the game. So, whether that's a good thing or not, that's a debate for another day, but for today at least, it's going to be helping us. So if I do that, and then do that, and then okay, that's pretty easy to figure out. And then we will extract, always active, and then insert. Already one. And then the ender chest over here will be priority 2. Alright, now let's close this up just for posterity. This will all be relatively closed off, and I wanted to do it in the purple, just because, you know, thematic like that. That, and at the time I was kind of planning on putting it in the end, so kind of made sense. Go with the purple thing. And I should have the ability to make some more blocks now. Something else I did off camera, I'll go ahead and show off real quick, is there's more of those slime balls. I went ahead and added a storage bus that is the top priority for the storage for the ME system to the drawer controller. I only have it on the main drawer controller. I don't have it on Thaumcraft 1 because I just don't really want to do that yet. Don't ask me why, but I kind of like relying on other pipes to zip items around. I don't like edging too heavy into applied energistics, because I think it's a great storage system, but once you have it controlling all your item flow in the game, what's the fun? You have nothing left to do, really. And Q just got kicked out of the game. Interesting. Well, sucks to be him. I don't know what he was doing. Hopefully it was nothing critical. And hopefully it was willing that he left. Because a couple times the server has misbehaved a little bit. Hasn't given me too much cause for worry overall, but it's been just enough that I've been keeping an eye on it. I think I fixed it, though. Alright, then... Alright, let's go ahead and break that. Break that. There's that. And... Alright, this is a little spawning room. Okay, this should work. If not, then I have a plan B. Let's go ahead and just grab this. And then where's our Enderman? Right there. Zoop. And let's see if it'll spawn them properly. It should. Oh, yep, got a couple Endermen. I need to kill one of you to jumpstart the system. I don't know if this will be quite enough to fully jumpstart it, but we'll find out. Okay, it just killed one. That's good. Oh, how foolish I have been. I forgot about the magic component of a vacuum hopper. Yeah, that's kind of necessary for this to work. Let's go ahead and make one of these. And then let's make you. Okay, now let's go ahead and take off my ring, so I'm working right up in there. Here. Purple block. I don't know why I forgot. For some reason I seem to remember these things ingesting items on their own. But I could be wrong about that. It's entirely possible I'm wrong. Let's break that and that. It's also getting very confusing. I can hear my wife playing Minecraft in the other room. I think she's building something in the ocean. I could be wrong though. Is it you around? Nope, I don't want you. There we go. Then let's do that again. There we go. Extract, always active. Okay. Now, if I place you right here, grab my shard. And then let's close this up really quick. Okay, so we're up to 14. Let's see if this gets a net gain. I theorize it will, but I can't. I've been known to be wrong from time to time. Need to get a vantage point into there. Okay, going in there. Okay, ender pearls have gone up to 16. That's good, that's good. And we've got a small backlog building. Okay. I think it's safe to say this is successful. So let's go ahead and boop. And then let's go ahead and grab ourselves an ender chest. We're just gonna use our blue. So ender, do I already have a chest prepared? I almost do. I need some lapis. blue. I still wonder why the vanilla game has not incorporated this better version of Ender Chest yet. I think it's a really cool concept. So what I'll do is have off you there. And then this is going to be priority -1. Insert. And that should take care of it. Let's go ahead and let ourselves in. You can kind of monitor what's going on here. Okay. Yeah, everything's going perfectly normally. This is keeping consistent on Ender Pearls. This is gaining RF as it goes, so net positive all around. Nice! So that's going to be my new way of getting Ender Pearls. I'll probably just shut off my other immersive engineering garden cloches up here, because again, these Ender Lilies, they're just slow as Christmas, I'm telling you. Gosh, let's let the game again. I wonder what's wrong. Let me check Discord. Maybe he's having a disconnect issue. No, he's fine. He might just be trying to fix some render issues on his end. He had some rendering issues lately. Anyways, so that turned out to be quite the project, but I think it turned out pretty well. And now our Ender Pearl supply is just going to go up, up, up. And you might ask, why are we getting Ender Pearls? Well, first of all, because it's just something that we need to do. And second, I wanted to test the, efficiency of kind of having it go consistently. And it turns out, it's net gains, as long as it's a tier 3 or higher. Kind of like this slimy generator is, I believe this is a net positive at a tier 2 Soul Shard spawner or higher. It might be tier 3, but I'm pretty sure it's tier 2 or higher. I have it set on tier 3 though, just because I wanted to. Anyways, so those are two things I've worked on. The Nether Star generator, obviously. And I got that hooked up. Oh, and then this is really important. I added kind of a backup power system, not backup power, but kind of like an energy reserve that's completely dedicated only to the AE system. Why do I have this? Well, mostly just in case, like, I draw too much power elsewhere in the base, because then I have enough time to catch it, because I timed it, and with regular use, if it's just disconnected, this will last my AE system approximately 10 minutes. So that's enough time for me to kind of figure something out and all that. Anyways, let's figure out what's coming up next. Alright, so the verdict is, it is sustainable. However, it's not insanely profitable. Really, the main benefit here is that we have kind of, I guess, saved power. So I take these 3 stacks, just like toss them in here. I had to throw my ring back on. Let me sit here and we just look at this. So it's at 25.14. Give it a second, it'll go back up to 15. Then give it a minute more, it'll go back up to 16. Nope, must have just sent an Ender Pearl in. So yeah, it's not the most there we go. So it's overall profitable, and it is free essentially, because it's just using the power from the generator that it just takes care of on its own. So I think I'm gonna keep it, just in the interest of saving power throughout the base. But yeah, now we've actually got a huge power excess. So yeah, this is good. This means that we can start getting into some tech stuff, and we can start overhauling the way we do things here in Minecraft. Yeah, it's gonna be great. But yeah, so anyways, that's actually gonna be it for now. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Today was a bit slower, obviously, but you know, I do still enjoy reading the comments down below. If you have something to say, any comments, what do you think of the base, that type of thing. So yeah, anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Kazjum signing out. See ya!